Welcome to your channel, A Journey with a Story. We kindly ask for your support by liking, subscribing to the channel, and activating the notification bell to receive all our latest updates. Now let's dive into a brand new episode of our exciting and engaging story. Episode 1. Scene 1. The Fish Market. The market was bustling with activity and noise. The smell of fresh fish mixed with the scent of salt and humidity filled the air. Vendors shouted loudly to attract buyers, while carts of vegetables and fruits adorned the narrow paths with their vibrant colors. Some children ran between the customers, and the sound of vendors blended with the clattering of metal utensils in the nearby stalls. On one of the old, crooked wooden tables sat Tacoma, a poor young man displaying a few small fish that appeared stale. The table was cracked, and the smell of mud emanated from it, reflecting his modest financial condition. Beside him was his elderly grandmother, but she soon left him alone to attend to some matters. In her absence, a group of young men who were accustomed to teasing him approached. Their mocking laughter made Tacoma nervous. One of them stepped forward and stole a fish from his table. Tacoma shouted, "Thief! Thief!" and rushed after the thief, but one of the group members blocked his way with his foot, causing Tacoma to fall face first into the mud. The market erupted in laughter, and the thief returned, striking Tacoma's head with the fish before tossing it into the mud in front of him. Everyone laughed at him as Tacoma broke down in tears. At that moment, his grandmother returned, saw her grandson covered in mud and defeated, and took his hand to lead him home. Scene 2. The house. Their home was very simple, made of clay bricks, with a straw roof that showed some small holes, allowing rain to occasionally seep inside. The walls were cracked, and on the floor there was a simple mat used for sleeping. In one corner there was a small stone stove for cooking, surrounded by old kitchen utensils worn down by time. The grandmother's room was furnished with a worn-out rug, and on one of the walls stood a closed wooden box, piquing curiosity. Despite its simplicity, the house radiated a special warmth, emanating from the presence and wisdom of the grandmother. The grandmother sat next to Tacoma and began comforting him. "Grandmother, don't cry, my dear. You need to be stronger than this. Crying won't restore your dignity, and it won't make the wrongdoers avoid you." Tacoma, angrily, "Don't talk to me. I hate you. I hate myself, and I hate this house. Why was I born into this world to be so poor? And it's not just the poverty. I'm also weak. I can't defend myself." He broke into tears. Grandmother, sternly, "Tacoma, you must be like this house, simple but resilient. Don't let anyone knock you down easily. When they steal from you again, don't chase the thief. Go straight to their leader and face him. Command respect in the market." Welcome to Story Journey. Here we take you on unforgettable adventures with the best audio stories and novels. From thrilling tales to emotional journeys, we're here to guide you through an auditory experience that touches your heart. If you enjoy the stories we share, don't forget to hit the like button, leave us a comment to share your thoughts, and share the channel with your friends so you can enjoy each new episode together. Join us on the story journey and discover the world of literature in a new way. Scene 3. The grandmother's illness. Months passed and Tacoma remained unchanged, weak and unable to face his challenges. But his grandmother began suffering from a severe illness. "Tacoma, grandmother, stay home today. You're very sick. I'll go to the market." Grandmother, "No, my dear, staying home is what the illness wants from me. I don't surrender to anything." On their way to the market, Tacoma thought to himself, "How can an old woman like my grandmother be so tough, while I am so weak?" His thoughts were interrupted by the sound of his grandmother's voice. "What's wrong, my son? Why are you so distracted?" Tacoma. Nothing, Grandma. I love you so much. Scene 4. Confrontation with the gang. When they arrived at the market, the group of young men who often bullied him appeared, but this time the grandmother stood before them and scolded them courageously. One of them pushed her, causing her to fall to the ground, and Tacoma looked at her, stunned. In that moment, rage surged within him. He went straight to their leader and struck him with such force that the man fell far away. Everyone was shocked, and the gang members fled. Tacoma returned with his grandmother to their home and placed her in bed. The grandmother smiled faintly at him. "Grandmother, if I die now, I will be happy because you have become stronger." Tacoma, "Don't die, Grandma. Don't leave me alone." Grandmother, "Listen, my son. I want you to do as I say without argument." She handed him a key and asked him to bring the wooden box. When he opened it, he found a large golden necklace inside. Tacoma, shocked, "You keep a golden necklace while making us poor." Grandmother, "Wait, my son. This necklace is your inheritance from your mother. You must keep it. It will be your safety in the future." Grandmother, "You must leave this village and go to Njima, Tacoma." "Njima, you want me to go to destruction?" Grandmother, "You will become stronger there. Just do as I say." The sight of his grandmother turning into smoke and vanishing was deeply emotional for Tacoma. However, he quickly regained his composure and decided to fulfill her last wish. The next morning, Tacoma headed to the sea and boarded a ship to Njima. After hours lost in thought, the ship finally docked at Njima's harbor as night fell. He stepped off the ship and wandered through the city. The streets were noisy, filled with tension, and carried the stench of injustice. Faces reflected hostility, and trouble seemed to lurk in every corner. Tacoma felt an immediate hatred for this city, even before truly experiencing it. Yet, strangely, beneath the surface of disdain, he sensed an unexplainable longing. As he roamed aimlessly, he stumbled upon a crowd gathered around two men locked in combat. Tacoma pushed his way through to get a closer look. Tacoma, to himself, "Why are they letting them fight like this? Why isn't anyone stopping them?" He tapped the shoulder of a man standing nearby. "Tacoma, excuse me, what's going on here? Why are they fighting?" "Man, that's Han Shan, the most feared criminal in the city. He gains strength by defeating and absorbing the power of his victims." "Tacoma, if he's a criminal, why don't the police arrest him?" "Man," laughing, "the police, they're powerless against him. Besides, he's useful to the government. Han Shan does the dirty work they can't be seen doing themselves." A sudden, powerful blow from Han Shan silenced the other fighter. The defeated man collapsed lifelessly to the ground, turning into smoke that was absorbed by a pendant around Han Shan's neck. Tacoma froze, recalling the exact same phenomenon with his grandmother. Han Shan shouting to the crowd, "Who's next? Anyone here brave enough to test their strength? Or would you rather become part of my collection?" A strange force seemed to compel Tacoma to step into the circle. The crowd fell silent, staring at this young man who looked far too frail to be a match for Han Shan. Han Shan, mocking, "Is this my lucky day? You'll be an easy prey. Don't worry, kid, I'll make it quick." The fight began. Tacoma's movements were swift and agile, effortlessly dodging Han Shan's attacks. The crowd began to murmur in astonishment. Even Tacoma was surprised by his newfound abilities. Emboldened, he delivered a single, powerful strike that sent Han Shan flying. Tacoma approached his opponent, intending to let him live, but the blow had been too strong. Han Shan's lifeless body dissolved into smoke, which flowed into a hidden pendant beneath Tacoma's clothes. The crowd erupted in applause, but Tacoma felt uneasy. He had the distinct feeling someone was following him. He ducked into a nearby building, hiding in the shadows. When the figure passed by, Tacoma sprang forward and grabbed them, pinning them to the ground. To his surprise, the figure was a young woman, her face stunningly beautiful. Woman, angrily. "Are you trying to kill me, you idiot?" Tacoma, startled. "Why were you following me?" Woman, "Following you? Who said I was following you?" Tacoma, smirking. "Perhaps you couldn't resist my charm?" Woman, rolling her eyes. "Don't flatter yourself. By the way, you're now wanted by the police." Tacoma's face went pale. "Tacoma, I didn't mean to kill him." Woman, chuckling. "Intentions don't matter here, genius. The law is the law." Panicked, Tacoma fled into the city, eventually finding refuge in a small tavern. He ordered some food, trying to make sense of what had happened. But as he ate, the same woman from before casually sat across from him. Woman, "Relax, I'm not going to turn you in." Tacoma, "Why not? Who are you?" Woman, "The name's Hishuka. My father owns this tavern." "And you?" Tacoma, Hishuka, grinning. "You look a bit clueless, Tacoma." Tacoma, indignant. "I'm not clueless." Hishuka, "Oh, really? Then how do you not know the laws of this city?" Tacoma, stammering. I, I've been away for years. I just got back." Hishuka, "Do you even have a place to stay?" Tacoma, "Not yet, but I'll find something." Hishuka, "Lucky for you, I'm feeling generous." Tacoma, smiling. "So you admit it? You find me charming?" Hishuka glared at him, clearly annoyed. Hishuka, "Don't push your luck. How about this? Work here with me and my father, and you can sleep in the basement." Tacoma, "Deal, beautiful." Hishuka, slapping his arm. "It's Hishuka, not beautiful, you idiot." She walked away, hiding a small smile. In this harsh city, kindness, especially from men, was a rarity, and Hishuka found Tacoma's light-heartedness refreshing. But before she could introduce him to her father, the tavern doors flew open, and the police stormed in, searching for a murderer. Thus, our journey for today comes to an end, but the adventure doesn't stop here. Stay tuned for the upcoming episodes of The Sword of Sagan, where the events will become even more thrilling and exciting. Share your thoughts in the comments and let us know which story you'd like to hear next. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel to always be part of our upcoming adventures. See you in a new story journey.